Hey y'all, welcome to the Filling Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in the market or to just learn from the market. But let me go ahead and give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. With that being said, let's get started. So as you can see, we are looking at the VIX and we just broke out of a gathering spot around the 1547 up to the 1556. We only to come all the way up to get rejected at this level here, 1579, right? So I know the high of this candle here is 1585, but price is back down in this zone here. So where are trouble places, right? So above 1580, we know that we'll have trouble again at the 1587, beyond the 1587, 1594, beyond the 1594, 1601, and then at the ATR trail and stop at 1604. Now, if by chance we go back under the 1562 area, just know we could have trouble around the 1558 again at 1549, under 1549, 1542, and under the 1542, we can retest this 1537 area. I normally look at the VIX only to give me an idea of what's going on with the SPY. So as of now, pre-market SPY has hit a high of 562.25, got rejected, came down, found support at this ATR trail and stop, and a previous support area that we had marked formed us a green hammer to give us a signal that we could possibly go back to the upside, right? So as of now, where are our trouble places? 561.28, 561.39, 561.45, which is the 5 EMA, and the 561.50. I would definitely watch that area. It's a lot of resistance in that area. 561.50 and the 561, let's say 59 or 60 area. Now, if we break above this 569.50, we could still have trouble at 561.69 and again at 561.82, which brings us to, a previous gathering spot for the SPY beyond the 561.82. We could have trouble around the 562.06. Beyond the 562.06, back at the 562.25 or 562.29 is what I had marked, which is really, really close. So if you trade the SPY today, I say trade carefully, right? So let's look at Tesla. Tesla's been trading in this zone. And as of right now, we have support. It's bounced. It keeps finding support here around the 208.44 area. We closed at 209.21. We tested this 20 EMA, trying to go back to the upside, only to get rejected. You see it was sellers in this area. So our zone as of now is here at 208.48, resistance around a 209.08. If we should break this area, just know we could still have trouble around 209.55, beyond the 209.55, 209.92, and beyond the 209.92, 210.24. Now, if we break the 210.24, this 210.77 area is really close to the 50 EMA at 210.76, and that's a strong area of resistance for me, and we're really close to the ATR trail and stop at 211.43. So those are places to the upside and to the downside that I would watch Tesla. Now, if we break the 208.42, just know that we can come back to 207.98, under 207.98, 207.62. If we break the 207.62, 206.96 or 206.94 is the low of this candle. Just know if we break that 206.77, it's within reach. And if we break that 206.77, we can come back to a previous gathering spot around the 205.32 down to 205. So I will watch that 205 area if we break the 206.94 area. So yeah, if you trade Tesla today, I always say trade carefully. In the market, anything is possible, nothing is guaranteed. Now, AMD has been trading in this zone, going sideways for a while. So I would definitely say whatever move it makes could be a strong move up or a strong move down. So I have our support as of right now around the 150.12 area. Resistance is around the 150.54. So we have a lot of the moving averages are so gathered together, and just, yeah, it's not giving a clear signal. So I would definitely be careful with trading AMD until I get a clear signal. So where are our trouble places? As of right now, it would need to break above the 150.65, which could very well be trouble for us. If we break that 150.65 area, just know we can have trouble again at 150.81, again at 150.91. My alert is set at 150.51 because that means we've broken through all of this area of trouble, is what I like to say, right? If we break that area, just know that we can come back and have trouble around the 151.34. Beyond the 151.34, we could possibly have trouble around the 151.50. 151.50, which is where the ATR, the 200 EMA is, and this area of resistance that we had marked at the 151.51. The concern is if we break this area, we could still have trouble around the 151.77, which is not that far away. So 151.50 and 151.51 or 71 area is going to be strong resistance for AMD. We first need to break through this area here. So AMD should be interesting. Again, whatever direction it chooses to break, it should be a very strong move because we've been trading, in this area for a while. So those are places to the upside. Again, if we break this 151.49, just know 151.77 is going to be a trouble place. And if we break that, we could have trouble around the 152.14 area. Now, to the downside, if by chance we break under that 150.11 area, just know we can have trouble around the 149.83, under 149.83, 149.63. And if we should break that area, just know we could come back to 149.33. And if we break the 149.33, we can come back to the 148.44. So those are places for AMD to the upside and to the downside. If by chance we move, it's going to move in either direction. Otherwise, it's going to go sideways. And you want to make sure that you have confirmation as to why you're entering your trades. And I always say, y'all, once it goes against your why, get out. NVDA should be interesting today. It was trading in this zone. We had resistance around the 128.99 and support was here around 128.55. We came down, bounced off of this 50 EMA here. We are right at the 5 EMA. So where are our trouble places? It would need to break back above the 128.55. And just know that we're going to have trouble at 128.92, again at 129.19. Beyond the 129.19, just know that we can have trouble at 129.98. Beyond the 129.98, 130.93, and again at 131.15. Those are going to be trouble places to the upside for NVIDIA. Now to the downside, if by chance we break under this 128.30 area, just know that we can come back to this 128.01, under 128.01, 127.49, under 127.49, 126.82, under the 126.82, 126.58, and again at 126.41. That's an area that I would definitely watch for NVIDIA to the downside. Under the 126.41 or 43 area, we could very well come back to the 125.46. So if you trade NVIDIA today, I would definitely say trade carefully. I do understand that the earnings will come out and it's going to be an interesting ride. Let's say that, because sometimes we can get caught into IV crush and then we thought we were on the right side of the trade, but because of the IV crush, we go and it goes against us and we lose. So I would say trade carefully. It has been trading in a gathering spot, so it could go up or it could go down, but you'd want to be on the right side, and when it goes against that, get out. I always say live to trade another day, right? So we do have some inside day candles really quick. We have COF, which is Capital One. I had to think about that. Capital One, if it should break above 143.47, the upside target is 144.04. If we break under 141.83, downside target 141.60. So if you trade COF, trade carefully. Meta is an inside day candle above 524.19, gives us an upside target of 528.71. Under 515.41 gives us a downside target of 514.59. So if you trade Meta today, trade carefully. MS, Morgan Stanley, is an inside day candle. We have already broken through that trigger to the downside. So let's say to the upside, if we go back to the upside above 102.87, gives us an upside target of 103.11. Under this level of 102 102.02 would give us a downside target of 101.97, which we're kind of close in that area. So if you trade Morgan Stanley today, it is an inside day candle. Trade carefully. Rivian is an inside day candle. If by chance we break above 1456, just know 1473 is the target. Under 1393, downside target is 1371. So if you trade